Welcome back. We are back right now with the chairman and CEO of Cisco, Chuck Robbins, with me this weekend. And Chuck, just a moment ago, you said you've been in China for 25 years. Can you talk to us about your experience there? Because it seems like right now this is the topic du jour, the U.S. and China having debates, arguments about trade. How have you been treated in China?
Well, I'm shocked that we're actually going to talk about this, Maria. It's no, we've actually been treated, I think, reasonably fairly over the years in China. We have, when we go into countries, first of all, we actually want to obviously drive our business strategy in China, but we also focus on being a responsible citizen in the countries in which we operate. So we've also had corporate social responsibility issues. We've driven education initiatives in China to help educate students in technology areas. But overall, we have experienced a reasonable atmosphere there for a lot of years. I mean, there have been ups and downs and complications, usually driven by geopolitical dynamics. But overall, we're doing great work with smart cities going on there. We are working with the telco community there. We're working with cities and small and medium and large enterprise customers. So overall, it's a reasonable environment for us.
Was it the right move for China and the U.S. to come together to come up with some kind of a plan for ZTE? I mean, the issue of our national security is real, and it feels like this deal of China buying more stuff from the United States, whether it's agricultural products or natural gas, doesn't address the real issue for American business, and that is the theft of intellectual property and the forced transfer of technology.
Yeah, for us in China, I've not experienced any demands for forced technology transfers. We have a joint venture there where we are providing our technology that's being integrated into broader solutions.
So you didn't have to give up your technology secrets?
We have not, and we wouldn't. And so I think that when you look at the overall trade environment right now, I think it is critically important for our two countries to come together, because getting this resolved is good for China, it's good for the U.S., and it's good for the global economy. And relative to ZTE, when you look at what's going on there, I mean, I'm not privy to any of the issues that they have been, accused of. I'm not aware of any of the facts. But I think that to the extent that our government believes there's a reasonable outcome there and it helps solve the broader trade issues, then, it's a reasonable discussion to have.
Where are you seeing growth? How is the growth for Cisco in China? What about the growth across the world? You mentioned emerging markets earlier. I mean, obviously the U.S. is probably most important for Cisco. But tell me about the growth and where you're seeing it in the world.
Well, when we think about growth, we look at it across our customer segments, our technology areas, and then geographies as well. And this was a very balanced quarter that we just had. So we saw growth across most of our technology platforms, and we saw it across the world, across most all regions. We saw, again, the emerging countries going back, they grew 7% this past quarter, which is good. But as we said earlier, you've got the rising dollar. It tends to make the emerging markets a little tougher, so we'll see how that evolves. In China in particular, we had good business in our core switching portfolio and our core networking portfolio. So it was a very unique quarter where we saw consistent growth across customer segments, with the exception of our telco segment, which has been slow for probably 7 or 8 quarters in a row now. The rest of our business was pretty consistent.
Cybersecurity is obviously quite important, and
It's
this
huge.
is really one of the important spends for CEOs today. What are you seeing in terms of the security part of the business?
For us, it grew double digits this past quarter, and we're the largest cybersecurity company in the world, although it's a very fragmented market. And just to give you some data, we actually block 20 billion threats every day on behalf of our customers. So we see a huge number of threats that come through to our customers, and we see that in a very unique way, because we take in threat intelligence from endpoint devices, from email, from the network itself, and from the cloud. So we have a unique view of the threat landscape.
This is pretty incredible what you just said. 20 billion threats a day that you are seeing and that you're blocking. Where are these threats coming from? Is this malware? What are the threats, Chuck?
Yeah, a lot of it's malware. I mean, that still is the predominant threat vector that we see. We examine 125 billion pieces of email on a daily basis. And there's a very high content of that is spam, but there's a huge, that's where the malware comes in. And obviously, when you think about how these threats become real inside of organizations, a lot of times it's simple things. It's first of all, people click on links or attachments that they should not. And also you just have simple password management, just a lot of basic things. And sometimes you have real inside threats that are problems. But overall, we think the customers need to really think about a holistic architecture, because in the old days, the way we did security is we defended a perimeter. And in this new world, there is no perimeter to defend. So the network has to play a really incredible role in actually providing that defense going forward.
There is a feeling out there, a narrative, that some people are saying that by the end of 19, going into 2020, we will likely start seeing the beginnings of a recession. Things will slow down quite a bit. Is that on your horizon? Do you see that?
I think if you listen to the economists, you can find them on this side of that argument and find them on this side. And both of those people they're probably more expert in this area than even I am. So we're going to continue to execute on the things that we execute on. We would certainly not hope to see that happen. And, we'll see how things play out. It feels pretty good right now, though.
And it feels pretty good. Some people say that we've seen these policies out of Washington that have helped very, very much. Was that one of the reasons that you repatriated money back? Are you seeing your customers benefit from the tax cuts and the rollback in regs?
Yeah, I think if you look at our customers can spend more time when they don't have to spend it on regulatory issues. They can spend more time strategically looking at how they can implement more technology, create competitive advantage. Certainly the tax rates have given our customers a higher degree of confidence. The repatriation, the only reason we repatriated the funds was because of the tax changes. So I think all of that has been favorable for business and has helped create the environment that we're in right now.
Chuck, it's great to have you on the program.
It's good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.